Hi everyone, it's Nieves Montaño over here, and I'm really excited that you are watching this video right now. And today we're going to make a paper craft. Yes, surprise, surprise, it's all paper. I love, how much I love paper and scissors. And today we're going to make something inspired for the season, that's for the holiday that's coming up. So we're going to make some, today's craft is an Easter craft, and we are going to make some Easter eggs. Paper Easter eggs. So if you, for whatever reason, you didn't get to make your, you didn't get to dye some Easter eggs, this is a really, really fun activity. And I would say it's a little less messy and a little more, I don't know, I just had a lot of fun doing this. Okay, so this is what we're making today, and what you're going to need some paper. This is what I'm using right now. But you don't necessarily need the same brand or the same colors. Whatever you have at home, if you have construction paper, whatever you have at home is you can use. And also, if you don't have any color paper, you can also use plain paper. And if you have watercolors, you can use watercolors to color it, or markers. Okay. And this is a really fun activity for kids and adults, or both of them at the same time. This is it's really fun, and it's really simple and easy to do. Okay, so paper, we're also going to need some scissors, maybe a pencil, maybe not, I'll tell you in a minute. We're going to need a glue stick. We're also going to need some yarn, or twine, or ribbon, whatever you have at home. You can feel free to use that. Okay, and we're ready. Okay, I think we are ready to get started. One thing I didn't mention, and I'm going to talk about this right now, we are going to need, if you want to do this, you can totally skip this step, but it was really helpful when I did it. So if you have a piece of cardstock or a paper that's a little more sturdy to make a template, and I'm going to post a link to the template in the comments in a little bit, because this was really helpful to have this on hand, and that way you have the same shape for every single egg that you're making, every single little paper egg that you're making. Okay, and also it just makes it a lot easier. But if you don't have this, or if you don't have access to a printer, I'm still gonna post the link, and you can kind of see how it's done, or you can just free draw it. Okay, so are we ready to turn the camera to my hands? Yes, we are. Okay, here we go. So we can, so you can see a little bit better how this will be happening. Okay. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna move this just a tad closer so you can see a little bit better. Okay. So here we are, right here. I'm gonna start with my yellow paper. I grabbed some yellow paper. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this yellow paper in half, just to make it easier. Folding this yellow paper, folding it one more time. Oops. And I'm going to fold it one more time. So I folded the paper in half first. Fold the paper in half first, and then I folded it one more time. So I folded it in 4 parts. Okay, and after I do that, I'm gonna fold it again one more time in half. Okay, so, and this is to save myself time, instead of having to cut out 8 different ones, because you're gonna need 8 different eggs. Instead of cutting each individual egg, I'm just going to cut out a template and cut it on here. Okay, so now that I have my paper that I'm going to use for this, I'm going to go ahead and cut one of my templates right here. Okay, and let's talk a little bit about Easter paper crafts. When I was young, my mom used to love my mom loves decorating her house, and I remember she would every time it was Easter time, she would always switch up the home decor with pastel colors, and we would always have a little Easter tree with eggs, and there would be bunnies around the house and that sort of thing. So Easter always is my favorite holiday of the year, and it brings back a lot of really good memories. And sadly, I'm not going to be able to be with my mom this year, but it just it's just good, a really fun holiday, I think. And you know, for this activity, if you don't have any, you forgot to run to the store for eggs, and you know, eggs are a precious necessity these days. This is a really fun alternative activity that you can do. Okay, so here I have my egg template, and I didn't cut it very perfectly, but you know, you can always go back and redo a little bit of it. Okay, so here we go. So here's my egg template, and what I'm going to do, you can either do this two ways. Okay, you can either just put this on top of the paper and just cut around it. What's one way to do it? The other way to do this would be to draw with your pencil and do the exact same thing, whatever you prefer. Okay, so for children, I would recommend maybe doing, maybe drawing it. If you're doing this for, a child, I would recommend drawing it and then cutting. But I would probably recommend drawing on one side and then the other side, because some scissors are not very, especially kid scissors, are not very sharp. So I would definitely recommend doing this, drawing it first for kids. Okay, so I would do something, you know, I would just go over and do that. That's it. Okay, so since I have my template, I'm just going to put this right here, and I'm just going to start cutting. Okay, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure you're holding it very tightly, because it does tend to move, and that's why I recommend using cardboard, or not cardboard, cardstock if you have some, because it's a little bit more sturdy, and holding it, and just, you know, it wouldn't just go like that, because if I have a piece of paper like this, or you know what, whatever you have, I personally like having my templates made out of cardstock, but if you don't have it, not a big deal. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and cut this right here. So you have to have a very good, you have to hold it very tightly and make sure that it doesn't move, because if it does move, then your eggs are gonna come out a little crooked, but not a big deal, you know, we can always fix them later. And just cutting around it. And I'm doing this just so that I can save myself some time, but if you just want to just want to cut the eggs individually, not a big deal either, right? Okay, so there you go. Now I should have, and like I said, they're not perfect. We always have a little bit of time to do it afterwards. And here we go. There's that. Put my recycle here so that it's not just laying around over here. All right, and here I have my eggs. Now what I'm going to do with my eggs, I'm going to fold them in half. Okay, I'm going to fold the eggs in half like this. Okay, like that. I'm going to do the same thing with all 8 of them. Okay, and because I wanted to save myself some time, and because I don't know how to edit my videos right now, and I don't know how to like fast forward it on the video, so if you know, give me a shout out. I did that ahead of time, so I folded all of them ahead of time. So this is what I have right now. I have them all folded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have my 8 folded eggs. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my glue stick, and we're going to basically glue them on top of each other, so like that. Okay, so let me show you how this is looking. Good looking. Okay, and I'm gonna do this. There we go. Okay, so make sure that they line up perfectly with each other. Okay, so I'm just gluing them like this. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna glue another layer on top. like this. Okay. And I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing until I glue all of them together. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going and doing the same thing. And because I want to save myself a little bit of time, like, you know, I have a little bit of, I have something prepped over here. Okay, so it's going to look like this. All right. And I just need to add one more. I'm going to add one more and I'm going to be done with my egg craft. And one thing to notice is that I encourage you to make sure that you're gluing the same side of the egg, because if it doesn't, see this one right here, it's a little bit wider on this side than this side. So make sure you're gluing the same sides together, the same parts of this egg together, okay? Alrighty, so I have my egg already finished. Looks like this one's a little crooked. Okay, so I have my egg already finished. Now all I need to do is close it up and add the twine. So when the yarn. So I'm gonna grab just about, I don't know, this is like about 7 inches. You know, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not really like measuring it very precisely. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit of glue. Oh wow, this piece is like really messed up. Okay, we can always fix it. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of glue right here, and if you have liquid glue, you can feel free to add that. Might be a little more sturdy for this part, and just glue the twine on there, and add a little bit of more glue right there. And just glue that on there right there. Okay. And lastly, I'm going to put some glue on one of the flaps right here. And glue the whole thing together. I'm just going to glue the last two flaps together like this. And yep, there we go. Just like that. I kind of close off my egg and make sure that this isn't come out, and then kind of unfold the sides of the egg, and there you have it. There's your egg right there. And it's really fun especially when you make different colors. It's really fun. And if you have a little tree or a little branch, even outside, it will look really fun and really cute. And that was it. That was it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this paper craft, and if you would like me to continue making more paper crafts and videos like this, let me know. Drop a comment and or make suggestions of things you'd like me to make. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, have fun making these. Bye.